Welcome to Insightful Minds. I'm your host, Zayon. Today I got my family with me today, It's a special episode, and today we coming with, the table talk. I got my brothers with me. Introduce yourself, fellas. How y'all doing today?
Bob. Mojo.
Dave. Today we're going to be talking about general topics like relationships, life, sports, etc. So we're going to start off the conversation with relationships. I know we all had a girlfriend or two in our life, but now today's society is a little different. I feel like nowadays it's either you in a healthy relationship or a toxic relationship. What do you guys think? Today's relationships, what side is it on? Is it more so on the healthy side or the toxic side?
Who want to go first?
You talk.
Say less. Man, to be honest, I say a relationship is what you make it. In all honesty, a lot of people are so stuck on the fairy tales about, Prince Charming and all this Queen Elizabeth BS, but it's really what, what you and a person can take together and how you both build. So I wouldn't even say if it's toxic or what was the other word? Healthy. Like I said, it's all on what you make it. Like everybody that has that partner, deals with differently. Thank you. Deals with things differently. So like I said, it's all on your partner, and it's also on how you perceive things. So I wouldn't necessarily say toxic or healthy. Like I said, everybody is different. Everybody's relationship status is different. So like I said, it's what you make it. Even in marriage, it's what you make it.
I 1,000% agree on that.
Anybody else want to get their opinion?
I say it's a mix of both as well, but I say it's a little bit more like confusion. But
so toxic.
No, confusion.
So toxic.
No, not toxic.
Confusion.
Confusion.
What you mean confusion?
I mean confusion.
Yeah, I'm about to say speed.
So when I say confusion, I really mean like I feel like on both ends, everybody's trying their best to get like what they want and what they think the perfect person or whoever that is wants to.
That's not what love
and
is.
So instead of just bringing their best selves and giving the space for the person to be their best selves, I feel like we just looking for like a whole bunch of different things and not really taking the time to really figure out like what it is that you want and what the other person, and just really what expectations or no expectations that you don't have for the person that you're supposed to be with. So I really feel like it's just like confusion in that way.
I understand.
I agree. I understand.
Did I say? I don't know. Sometimes I talk in circles. So
No, you got it. Definitely, you said.
We got to understand it.
Now, with Dave and Ray being the youngest at the table, how do you guys look at relationships these days? Do you guys feel like y'all have more healthy relationships with the females y'all deal with, or more toxic relationships with the females y'all deal with?
Me personally, I don't really like to put up with all that stuff, so I try to keep it as healthy as it can be or whatever. But I notice females my age definitely they're looking for the wrong things in men my age.
Facts.
They expect us to, act or treat them like we're their father, take care of them, all that stuff. I don't understand that.
You gotta pay what you get. Weigh, young boy. Pay what you weigh.
Facts.
You can't be like the ass if you want that ass.
I ain't to the game, bro. My bad.
What about you, Dave?
Honestly, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Going to an HBCU and come back home, I feel like females my age, they don't really know what they be wanting. I feel like they just be going on what they see on Instagram. It's just like
social media.
Yeah,
Okay, I take
media.
that. I like that.
I
like that.
I feel like these females these days only want what somebody can offer. Like it ain't like 50-50 no more. Like I feel like it's too hard. That's too hard for females these days. So like my generation, y'all generation's not the same. Like y'all already got y'all like. I'm only 28.
Facts.
Y'all like 30.
You 28.
So but the girls we talk to, the girls we go for, they ain't got no mindset like the girl y'all go for. Like y'all girls, the girls y'all go 04, they already know what they want.
All right,
These young girls don't.
All right, let me school you on something, brother. Maturity don't come with an age, brother.
At all, because
It don't come with an age at all, sir. Because all of it don't matter. It don't matter how old you are, how young you are, man. If you mature, you mature. And there are some women that I've seen and I have spoken in conversations with that are way older than me that still act like they're still in high school.
I mean, no.
But you know, there are some women as well as men, because I don't want to be specific gender, but they're on both parties.
Men and women.
There are some that are still mature. No matter if you're 35, 40, 45, 50. It's all about the mindset that you have, and all about the lessons that you learn in life. That's what brings the maturity in you.
Because I know a 23-year-old mature as hell.
Facts.
But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
So let me ask y'all this. Do you think men cheat more or women cheat more?
Both. Humans cheat.
Thank you.
Agreed.
We're gonna leave that alone. We ain't even gotta get into that. Humans cheat.
Thank you.
It's just like they always say, and it's facts. Women cheat better. Because men run their mouth too much. We get a little bit of tail and we start telling our friends, then our friends telling their girls, be quiet. Their girls ain't gonna be quiet. They gonna snitch on you. And you just dumb. Like, if you gonna do what you do, keep it to yourself. I mean, I ain't really a person of cheating, because I feel like if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna do me. If I'm not, so leave it alone. That's the whole point.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this question in there. Have you ever been heartbroken, and how have you handled being heartbroken?
Hell yeah! Excuse my language,
We
but
ain't gonna talk about that.
Listen. A heartbreak is what makes you into the man or woman that you are. You feel me? Because if you don't experience that heartbreak, you wouldn't know how it feels to fall and get back up again. So I'm not going to speak too much on my heartbreak, but at the end of the day, it was an experience learned. You feel me? What I've been through is not what I'm going to go through again. So all I'm going to say is I learned from what I went through. So that way, once I get into a situation, I know, hey, I'm not dealing with this because I've been through it already. I already seen it. So either A, you're going to either get it together and be better, or you got to keep it moving. Move out my way. That's it. That's all.
Facts, and I feel the same exact way. I learned a lot. I'm the one that had kids since I was in my 20s. So that stuff is real.
Now, do you with your heartbreak? You say you got kids. How many kids do you have?
Too many.
Too many. So if you having too many kids, do you feel like you had too many kids out of due to your heartbreak, or you were just in a hypersexual?
Oh, no, it was definitely the middle of both of those.
Both.
It was the middle of both of those.
Now I know a good 1, 2, 3, 4 of us have kids, and a good 2 of us don't. So my question to
Who the fourth one?
You.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh damn!
Wow! Oh wow! He had a child. Oh wow!
I knew I had. I knew I had a kid. I was trying to figure out who was the other one that had a kid. I saw Dave on Facebook the kid on.
So do you feel like with you having a kid that made you a better person in general?
I'll let somebody speak.
Oh, that's
definitely. I know my answer.
I mean,
say that question again.
You don't gotta pretend.
So Dave, you don't have kids,
Don't worry about it.
but to the ones who do have kids, do you feel like with you having a child, did that make you a better person in general?
heck yeah, I truly believe in the saying that you go 10 years older each kid you get, because at the end of the day, you had one, you got to turn into a grown up. Like I said, I was 19 turning 20, so when I had her, it was like, damn, it was like, man, I gotta grow up. I gotta care for somebody. I gotta take care of somebody, because I wasn't gonna be no deadbeat. My dad was in jail all my life, so
Facts.
I couldn't do nothing but take care of mine. So I had to grow up.
Similar story here, man. You feel me? Like, my kid, excuse my language, but he's a blessing. You feel me? Like, ever since he been born, like, I don't like talking about my personal stuff on live, but because of my brother's podcast, I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna give y'all real rap raw. I was a heavy gambler. I had a gambling addiction. But when my son was born, a lot of stuff changed for the better. And having a kid, it makes you look at life differently and from different angles. You feel me? So that's all I'm gonna say, man. Having a kid is a blessing, dog. Because I'm telling you, life will knock you upside your head, but once that kid come out,
Facts.
Tell you tighten up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you gotta tighten up. And then, like my brother said, you feel me? Like I ain't had my father, you feel me, all my life. You feel me? He was incarcerated too. You know, it is what it is. And I appreciate him for being here. You know, to this day. But at the end of the day, you feel me? When you missing a piece of that masculinity in your life, and you grow up and have that child, you gotta, you know right then and there, all right, because I ain't had that, I ain't gonna do that to my kids. So I gotta be there and step up and be the man I'm supposed to be.
Now, I'm glad you brought up the word masculinity. What is your definition of masculinity? To everyone at the table, what's your definition of masculinity?
My definition of masculinity is leadership. Like a man should know how to lead. You feel me? But also, in order to be a leader, you must be a follower first. So masculinity doesn't necessarily have to mean you got to have the balls. Excuse my language, but it means you have to be that person that's in a position to where somebody can follow. You feel me? And it don't matter who you are, but if somebody can follow you, I just feel as though that masculinity in you, if you lead them in the right direction, then that's it. I ain't gonna say too much.
I ain't gonna disagree with nothing you said. That's a fact.
Fellas, anybody else got something to say?
Well, me and my son, we do this affirmation or chant or whatever you want to call it with each other every day. And we basically just narrowed it down to like, we want to be a man of principle. And we just basically said our principles are honesty, respect, and fairness. And so that's how I choose to define masculinity. Like, I'm going to be honest as best as I can in every situation that I can. Because I'm human. I ain't going to act like I don't lie or haven't lied. I'm going to try to be fair with people because I want people to be fair with me. And I just want, and at the bottom of the day, I want respect too. So that's just kind of like the simplified version of what I define masculinity to be. And that's pretty much how I go about it.
I 100% agree with that too.
I think Jordan perfectly explained that one.
Standing ovation, bro.
How about you, Dave?
I agree.
You agree? So let me ask y'all this question. Do you feel like, what are some behaviors that are symptoms of inner emotional scars? And what I mean by that, cheating is a emotional scar. When you cheat, that's something somebody had to hurt you for you to, want to cheat or etc. So when I say behaviors, lying is a behavior, so you got a whole bunch of behaviors. What are some behaviors that you think are symptoms of inner emotional scars?
Before anybody answer, I'm going to just say I don't agree with the question because at the end of the day, we all have choices and we all been through what we've been through. So some of us swallow the pill and we do our own thing and we still make those choices to say, oh, I'm going to sit here and cheat. I'm going to sit here and lie to get what I want. I'm going to sit here and do these things. And it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Even though you've been through all this in your life, you still sit there and you choose to do it. Everybody got a choice in my opinion. So even if y'all give me 1,000 excuses right now, I'm going to always look at it like excuses. I'm going to say, you can say, oh, he shot me and I shot him back. Man, that was your choice to shoot that man back. He shot you, you shot him. Okay, that was the choices both of y'all made. So I'm going to just leave that at that.
Anybody else got any opinions on that question?
Say the question again, honestly. I ain't really understand.
What are some behaviors that are symptoms of inner emotional scars?
Basically, like I said, you shooting me and I shoot you back. You retaliated because I hurt you first.
I feel like a behavior that's like a sign of an emotional scar is probably like jumping to conclusions or assumptions. Lying too, for sure. Just like
but you make them choices to jump to conclusions. choose. You don't have to sit there and jump.
But I'm not. But like the question is like emotional scars. Like jumping to conclusion can actually make you think.
But we all get the choice to use that. But we all get a choice to let it go. Like me, if I smack you in the back of your head right now, you got a choice right now to say, "Damn, I want to fight this man," or you got the choice to say, "Stop playing with me, bro."
I mean, I'm not saying that it's like it happens just because you went through that. Exactly. I'm saying that's a sign. That shows me that you've been through something in the past. If you do that.
See, but I don't get people. Like I said, I don't get people that because I feel like we still all make a choice.
See, Bob, I think how you responded to the question actually confused me because I think the question itself is asking what are the actual behaviors, not really asking.
Yeah. The way I answered it, I just tried. I was like, I
disagree with the question.
I just don't agree with the question.
Yeah.
Like, I don't agree with that at all.
Like Ray said, so what I'm gonna say is, one of the emotional behaviors is building a wall. And what I mean by building a wall is that trust. Because a lot of people, once they have been emotionally scarred, it's hard for them to lean on as well as trust the next person they deal with. Reason being is because they've been lied to so many times, they've been backstabbed so many times. So it's like, all right, once you deal with somebody else, you don't know what the hell they come with. Excuse my language, I don't know the curse word, but excuse my language. But you don't know what they're dealing with, so or what they come from. So it's like, all right, you gotta protect yourself at the end of the day. You feel me? So that's one of like after being emotionally scarred, like some of the factors that plays in. Yeah.
Anybody else want to add anything to that? Now I know we live in a hypersexual society right now, and I know we always say self-control. So my question is, does sexual control come with maturity the older you get, or is that just a you thing? Is that based on the person?
I'm gonna just say this, man. What you don't do, forget all that. What you don't do, somebody else will. Somebody else will. What you don't do, somebody else will. That's all I'm gonna say. Because at the end of the day, it's not everybody has their own type of sexualism.
That's what I was gonna say. People, I 100% agree with that.
Like some people have high sex energy, some people have low sex energy. But you gotta have that balance, though. You feel me? It's like you gotta sometimes you gotta give in. If you don't like sex a lot, you gotta give in for your partner. And if your partner like that sex a lot, all right, shorty, you can give it up. If you don't, trust and believe there's somebody outside waiting. I'm being honest. What you don't do, somebody will do.
Pay what you weigh.
To those who didn't hear the question down there, so the question, you always hear people say, have self-control. So my question is, does sexual control comes with maturity of age, or is that just a based on the person thing type?
It's a based on the person type.
I agree with what you're saying.
1,000% it's based on the person, because at the end of the day, being hypersexual don't make you childish. Being hypersexual is just something you choose, once again, choice, like from the last question, you choose to do. Because at the end of the day, you like to do that. You can compare it to animals. Animals, all they do, what do they do? What do a dog do all day? And do we sit here and say, oh, he childish? No, because he's still going to protect your house. And he's still going to sit there and go get the food for the kids. He's still going to sit there and do all he got to do. But he's going to hump your leg all day long and his girls. So no, I'm not taking that. You're not saying that's child. Hell no. I don't want to hear nobody say that.
Personally, I feel like it's a mixture of both. Because you have to go through a few experiences to realize that everything that's gold don't glamour. You feel me?
When you're taking it that way, I agree with that.
Time. Like, you feel me? A young person, my bad. You see something pretty, kind of fat butt thick, you're going to jump on it. As you older, you're going to be like, oh, you got to think, like, oh, she going to cook for me? She going to do this?
Nah, you gone out your everlasting mind. We're going to be 100 on this podcast. You see that turkey, you still looking like,
I mean,
Hey, let's do that to that turkey. Let's do that to that turkey.
You definitely gonna have to think, though. I'm telling you.
And we, like you said, we might give a little more thought nowadays.
Yeah, once you order, you
We
like,
still like,
I done had a
that
couple
turkey.
experiences. That joint might not smell that fresh. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta think about
Must
it.
be.
Hey, no, hey, I clap you up for that because you ain't lying, Slim.
There you go. Look, you done said, man, you ready to say something to me. Look. Let they ask question. Let they ask question. Go ahead, Dave. Ask one of the questions you want to ask. You gotta sit up, Dave.
Dave's on you, baby.
Go ahead, ask one of the questions you want to ask.
Anybody got any questions based on the topic of relationships?
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't want to ask, but okay, good.
I got one.
Go ahead.
So my
I
question
got
is.
one. I got one.
Let's go.
That's for Botto.
There you go. Come on, bro. Nah, go ahead.
Okay, so, like, you feel me? Since you got, like,
Don't say it. Just say it loud. Just say it
nah,
loud.
for real. Since you got, like, 5 kids, right?
Oh, wow.
How do you manage, like, how do you manage, like, the relationship with all your baby mothers? Like, you get what I'm
Oh,
saying?
he ain't put me on the spot like that.
No,
That's a question.
It's okay. It's all good.
But that shows how mature you are.
Nah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
question.
at the end of the day, to keep everything cordial, I ain't gonna say I'm a yes man, but I'm close to it.
You want yes,
At the end of the day, we see it, and like I get all my kids 50-50. So at the end of the day, we literally split the whole year. So I feel like when I was a little younger, I always felt like, oh, I ain't gotta do nothing for over there because I get my kid just as much as you get the kid.
Facts.
So if I'm playing it right there, I feel like I'm already above. I'm like, all right, you can't dog me out. You can't sit here and talk bad to me. But at the end of the day, I still do give in sometimes when they say like, oh, can you watch it for me? Yeah, just know we gonna owe each other. You owe me a watch. I watch them for you. You watch it for me. So that's basically how I keep everything right.
Can I piggyback off that? I feel like with all of us sitting at the table, you know, with Ray and Dave not having kids, you see which lane you can take. You can take a Mojo lane who's married. You know, you can take a Bob lane who got 3, you know, baby mothers, but
oh, y'all put
but it's a fact though. But you gotta look at it as every pro comes with a con. Yeah, he got a few baby mothers, but he's a great father to all his kids. You know, so you gotta look at it that way. You know, so then you got Jordan who, yeah, you know, he's in a co-parenting relationship. You know, myself. I'm under one roof, you know, so it's like you pick which lane you want to go at, you know, and you see that, okay, well, if I take this route where I want to be a hypersexual guy and I want to, you know, be a player, I might end up in the Bob lane where I got multiple baby mothers, you know, or if I, you know, I slow it down and I might mess with a female and it don't work out. I might end up in that, you know, that Jordan lane where we just co-parenting, but we still cordial with each other. Or I can just take the Mojo or Zay route where, okay, I'm under one roof with my child and my girl, you know. So it's like you pick your poison, you know. It's like I'm glad y'all can have 3 different type of visualizations of what type of relationship I want out of life type stuff, you know, like. It's a different type of atmosphere with the females nowadays because I feel like with females, the expectations are a little higher. So they want you to, oh, he got to make more. He got to do more. He got to treat me better than the last guy. So it's always, you have to live up to expectations that the last guy didn't succeed to, you know? So, you know, you got to just pick your poison these days.
Shout out to my kids' mothers. They are great mothers also.
I definitely agree. Facts. Big facts.
Now we'll be right without the mother.
You hear me?
Or the daddy.
So now,
there you go, Dave.
Now my question, I got another question. What's your definition of a strong man? Because we always, nowadays, we always see, you know,
hey, that's wrong.
you see all these, you see all these articles of, oh, men ain't this, men ain't that, you know, like, I feel like us Negro men, we need more applause, you know, because we already against the odds when we step out our house. You know, whether it's work, whether it's, we gotta go up against another person who don't even know us and they hating. You know, the boss. You know, or you don't look a certain way. So, what's your definition of a strong man?
Pay what you weigh. So, if y'all want me to define that, at the end of the day, a man, if you have these responsibilities, like me, I'm going to just use me for example. I got 4 kids, not 5,
Facts.
like Dave said. I got 3 baby mothers, like they said. At the end of the day, like I said, I keep all that in order because, and I ain't doing it to all of them. So at the end of the day, don't even think that. Don't say, oh, he must be doing it. No. I'm sitting here and I'm doing my thing. We saying having fun raising our kids, and we gonna continue to do it, and we're gonna be men at whatever we do. Man.
Well, my definition of a strong man is basically, man, when the enemy try to bring you down, no matter what he brings to the table, you get up and you keep it moving.
Let's get it. There you go.
That is my definition of a strong man because there are going to be people that hate what you do. You can't please everybody. You feel me? There are going to be times where people talk bad about you, but you know what you're doing, you know, behind the scenes. So,
even life,
being a strong man, it's like, man,
even life is.
It's crazy, man, because it's like us as men, like we carry so much weight, and a lot of times we don't get acknowledged for it, or we don't get the, how can I say, not the applause, but the recognition or the appreciation for what we do as men. So, being a strong man, people gotta understand, like, we carry a lot of shit. Excuse my language. We carry a lot of stuff on our backs, whether it be children, whether it be big moms, whether it be wives, whether it be school, work, don't matter what it is. Us men, we are the providers. So, if we don't provide, then there's a problem. So, us as providers, we have so much to carry. So that's my answer on that. That's what makes us a strong man. We're able to provide, and we're able to carry the load. You know, whether we doing it by ourselves or with help. You feel me? But you know, overall, we're men. Life be life, man. We just gotta get up, keep that ball moving, and do what we gotta do for the kids. That's it.
If I had anything to add that might be a little bit different to what my brothers have already said, I would just go back and just say, like, a strong man is just a man who just continues to be a man of his word. Like,
that's a strong man. I literally was about to say that too.
Like, that's a strong man. That's a strong man.
Integrity. You stay on your on your word. You the man.
Like going back to like what I said earlier that my son and I both do every day. Like, who are you? You're a man of principle. Like, whatever your principle is, whatever your word is, like, you gotta stand on it. Like, you gotta make sure you follow through. Cause that, to me, that's always what a strong man was. Like, somebody that followed through. And so that's not saying that you're not gonna mess up sometimes. That's not saying that you ain't gonna like not follow through either. But, like, you know, someone who's, like, really always trying to follow through and always be a man of his word, like to me, that's a strong man right there. Because, like y'all said, stuff always trying to get at you, stuff always trying to attack you. But you can't let stuff just, you know, wear you down. You gotta stay true to yourself. Thanks.
Just like y'all said, I feel like it's the way you respond to adversity.
Kirking on Ronnie's thing.
That define the way you make a strong man, for real.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Adverse situations, definitely.
So now my question now, what's the biggest adversity you had to overcome in your life so far?
Life.
None.
Life.
None.
Me.
None. You know why? Because with God, all things are possible.
Facts.
None.
I ain't came across the biggest adversity I'm gonna see in my life.
None.
My stuff was life, and they hit early.
I ain't even gonna lie. So my biggest adversity, you know, man, I came out of high school. I'm working 2 jobs. You know, I'm working 2 full times at that, bringing home a good maybe $3,000, maybe plus a month. You know, at a young age, 21, 22. So in my head, you couldn't tell me nothing. I'm doing better than half the 35-year-olds out here, 40-year-olds. But life hit me with, some health problems. I had to get multiple surgeries, But what it showed me was I wasn't no beta type of guy. I was an alpha. You couldn't really knock me down. I got too much pride to ask for help. I always tell my girl, you ain't gotta take care of me because I'm gonna take care of you. And I feel like when you got a man who's so persistent, you ain't gotta worry about me because I got you. Anything is possible out here because he's gonna make sure he got you before he got him. So what's some adversity you guys have overcame? Besides, in general, like you say, life. Life is just I won't even say that's just an understatement, but it's just we all go through life. We going through life right now.
It's nothing in particular then, because I just feel like life always made us. The people that I know at this table, I don't know Ray childhood, but I know everybody right here who grew up in the ghetto. So I told you he was gonna score on one, didn't I?
That's him.
But yeah, so that was adversity right there from the jump.
Facts.
That's why I said life, because from the day we was born, we was put in situations where we ain't know we was really gonna make it out.
Facts.
That's true.
And especially growing up on Southeast, like Southeast is one of them type of I say wars where you really had to have thick skin. You couldn't be and I really feel like we all came from the same neighborhood, but more so, we all grew up in the same neighborhood. And just to see that we able to come to this table right now and have conversations like this, show how much we overcame adversity, how much we was able to still climb up the ladder, do what we got to do to take care of ourselves, And you don't see too many people who grew up together still be able to come together, and enjoy life together. Most people who grew up together, friends passed away, friends in jail, friends don't even talk to each other. But that's why I say, I don't even consider y'all as my friends. Y'all are my brothers. Y'all like family. If I had my last dollar, I'd give each of y'all, 10, 15 cents just to break that dollar down. That's how much I love y'all, So, it just goes to show that, when if you gonna lean on somebody, lean on your brothers. That's why they're your brothers for. Like we all come from a different mother, but like I said, if you're gonna lean on anybody in your life, lean on your brothers because it's gonna show you who your brother and who not your brother. And that's gonna be some real life stuff as you get older. No matter how old you get. Prime example, my father, he was in the hospital, and his best friends. They paid his medical bills for him. That's some real brotherly type love, because at the end of the day, you expect that, your wife to do that, your mother to do that. You expect some real blood family. But his friends came together, chipped in, they threw their money together. And they was able to, support my father before he passed away. So I commend, his friends just to show me what some real brotherly love was.
I'm glad you had an example of that, though.
Nah, for real.
A lot of people really don't get the experience or even vision, a group of men, caring about each other or showing up for each other in that way.